The big green potted plant's alive, and hopefully so am I. All right. I am afraid I did not think I was going to get to this today because of some work obligations. But I have, so it was kind of a pleasant surprise for me. Wow. Okay, so yeah, I was supposed to be doing some. Let me do this so you can actually see. You can see me and see what's going on here. Hello, wide world of interwebs. So I find myself alone on my TechBandits stream today because I really wasn't sure I was going to get to it today because I had to go and do some stuff, some acting stuff. But what I will do is have a look and see what everyone else is doing here. I'm hoping that maybe a bandit or two will pop in and say hello. But Wolf Pup's usually good for coming in for a second or two. All right, let me just see if I can get this up here. Here we go. And look at that. Look at that little fella there. We are supposed to be live. I don't want a channel trailer. Thank you very much. 2 minutes ago. 2 minutes ago. There you go. And I should definitely change the name of this because that is so dated and wrong, isn't it? Creator dashboard, here I come. Gonna change that now. Keeping half an eye on the Discord. Why is it saying unstable? The internet's been weird today. Has anyone else found the internet weird today? I found Discord very difficult today. TechBandits. TechBandits. The loneliest streamer. All right, here we go. Just chatting. Bingo. Done. So there's just supposed to be Game Bandits today. I couldn't schedule it because I had to go and do some more voice recording stuff today. So I just like to go live when I can with the bandits in case they have something they want to talk about. Normally I would do show notes and stuff, but as I say, I really wasn't sure I was going to get to stuff today. I have been playing with MailChimp though. I gotta say, I hate MailChimp. It's such a great idea. I just find it kind of fiddly to use. I just want to send an email to everyone and say, I'm having fun, look at this. But it's not quite that easy. It will be, I'm sure, once I get used to it. It's also very cold down here, so I thought I would bundle up with my little hoodie today. Be my Soylent hoodie, you know what I'm saying? Neat stuff today, actually. In order to go to this post-production place, which is here in Toronto, what they call Deluxe now or something. They have all these suites for post-production stuff, whether it's color timing or editing or now, ADR, additional dialogue recording. And I was truly recording additional dialogue today. It was stuff that I was saying there's like a montage going on, and I had to sort of lay down some information for I guess for the audience and all. And it's really fun to try to make that work. Is that a wolf pup I see?
Yep.
Hey, how are you, buddy?
Good.
I called this the Tech Bandits, the loneliest streamer, because I was by myself. I know I didn't tell anyone. I wasn't sure I was going to be home in time to do a Game Bandits today. So that's why I didn't send out an email or anything. So I just thought I'd hop on and see what people are up to. How are you doing, Wolf Pup? How goes the tech banditry?
Fine.
Yeah? Have you looked at all into that Scratch programming for animation? Have you played with that at all?
No. I haven't had much time, actually.
No, that's fine. I mean, I hear you. Is it a lot of schoolwork, or what's keeping you busy now?
It's just my parents make me have limits, so like it's,
Yeah.
and I don't want to go right from, instead of using my game time to do animation, it's because I like playing games.
Does that count? So your Scratch programming time counts as like screen time?
Yeah.
You can't talk to your parents and say, isn't it kind of different screen time? Or I guess it's just the nature of being stuck in front of a screen all the time that parents are worried about, right?
Yeah, because that's what's been happening because of school. I've been in front of the computer like almost all day.
Yeah, we've noticed it with Baz too. Baz, who's not here today because I think he's streaming. I think he's streaming some Minecraft stuff with a friend of his or something. He said, "Do you mind if I stream?" And I was like, "No, it's like come like I mean, it's Game Bandits, so go and stream your Minecrafts." I said.
And my parents had made me have limits before, so it's even before
Right.
it. So now I have meh, but not meh.
You have meh, but not meh.
Yes.
Got it. It's tough because I know that I should step away from the screen at times, or even just step away from things in general. I mean, like the amount of time it took me to get, little eyeballs over here working was considerable, and I was hunched
I just
over.
figured something out that I think is interesting.
What do you got?
Why are you lonely?
Well, is that a Noodles?
Hello.
Hello, Noodles. I was just explaining that I wasn't sure I was going to actually get to do this today
Yeah.
because I was at work.
Rust drops are down because how much people are trying to get their drops, I think. It's an error 403.
What?
People are trying to get their drop. What does this mean? Explain this to me, Wolf Pup.
It is, people are playing Rust at the moment because a lot of people started playing Rust at once, which made people be like, yes, Rust is now amazing.
Huh.
And
So,
now everybody is all playing Rust.
right.
Right.
Noodles, we were talking about limits,
Yes.
like screen time limits. Do you have screen time limits?
Do I have screen time? Well, I have a limit from 7 to 7:30.
7 to 7:30 in the morning to 7:30 at night?
Yeah, 7 in the morning is when my internet turns on. 7:30 is when it shuts down.
Ah,
For
but
me,
you're
it's
free to do
fine.
whatever you want in that time.
Yeah.
Really?
During that, I would still have more screen time. For me right now, I need to be like, hey, mother, can I do the playings of a video game?
The
And-
thing is, I can sometimes get it extended if I ask. If, like, I don't know, I'm playing with a friend or I was outside or something.
How long are you
If I-
playing now, would you say, Noodles?
I just want to say, for me, I have
all
been
the
playing
time.
Club Penguin.
Hang
a lot.
on, Wolf Pup, hang on one sec.
Oh, it's fine, I don't care. But, yeah, I've been playing a lot of Minecraft.
Yeah.
Still haven't gotten the energy to get Java. That's not me. And
Oh, the Java stuff? Baz ran into a lot of problems with the Java of late. I'm not sure if he sorted that out. Wolf Pup, did you have trouble installing the Java Minecraft?
All I needed to do was install the latest Java, and then boom, I was basically done.
You've got to remember, I think, to run the Forge installer in administrator mode on Windows 10. That seems to be one of the keys.
I had to start running it in administrator. And I also want to say I am dual screening playing the weirdest game ever.
So you're dual sc- so this is counting as screen time.
Yes. That's
I'm not dual screening. I would never do that.
Of course not.
I'm just playing Club Penguin, getting myself coins.
But wait a second. I thought Club Penguin was dead and dusted.
Yeah, I
Club
thought
Penguin
that.
remastered.
Oh, it's a new one. They went, wait a second. We've addicted them long enough.
I joined Templars of Club Penguin, and I have actually met a lot of people that I like to talk to there.
Aw, thank you, Rhesus. Look at this. Rhesus from Portugal. Oh my God. You just
Ooh.
sent 100 bits from Portugal. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
It's very nice
And
of
right
you.
now I'm
And
just trying to get-
Dalakles has
Hey,
resubscribed.
I have a watch streak on your channel now.
You have a watch streak?
Yeah.
I
got
Commander
300.
Coop. I have a big watch streak on him.
Really?
Yeah, I'm getting 450 channel points every time I watch him.
Really?
Yeah, for every 10 minutes I watch him, I get that much.
And
channel
what do you
points.
do with these channel points? What will they allow you to do?
For him, if you get 10K, you can make it a full reading stream, so he's reading shows the whole time.
This is Captain, sorry, what's his name? Captain Cooped?
Commander Coop.
Commander Cooped, that's it. He was great. That stream was awesome.
What
How long did you watch it for?
I watched it probably for, I don't know, 25 minutes, something like that. Had it going. He's got a great voice. I like his attitude. He's really positive, and it was nice. So Noodles, this was a guy that we rated at the end of our failed stream the other day.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. I ended up just chatting with Baz for a bit, and then Wolfpup was there for a bit, and then Wolfpup suggested that we rated this Commander. Can you put his link in the chat for people?
Sorry that I wasn't there. I had piano.
No. I figured, and it was such a disaster. I actually went in and deleted the 2 failed beginner streams because I was so freaking frustrated. Oh yeah, Skillest.
I could tell.
The
I
failed
could tell you were
stream.
frustrated.
Oh my
Okay,
god.
I'll send his name in the chat. I just died in Club
Oh good.
Penguin.
Now that you're dead in Club Penguin.
You can die in Club Penguin.
Yeah, wait a second. When did Club Penguin become like a killing game?
I died. It's because I'm doing the aqua grabber underwater, and I ran out of water.
You're playing a mini game.
You ran out of air.
Yeah.
He was playing a mini game. That makes sense. I'm like,
I
wait,
see.
when can you die? And I'm like, oh, you're playing a mini game. That makes a lot more sense.
Gillis, a stream can fail if you fail to start the stream, and I had so many
I
issues.
just want to say I'm watching Rush streamers at the moment. Well, I have them dual screened.
Right.
Like, I'm not watching them. I have them muted because I really want this guy's rock skin.
Oh, really? So that's how you... I see. So you're gaming the gaming system, so to speak. You run it in the background, so you get the points for watching, even though you're not actually paying attention.
Yeah.
I
I'm
see.
playing Minecraft right now.
Everybody's doing that. Like, now I'm on both of the streams. It says I'm watching Coconut Bra, so now I can finally get his amazing drop.
And when you say drop, these are things that they give away on their stream? Do we have drops?
There's skins, like Coconut Bras is a coconut.
Is it coconut bras?
Coconut Bra, like BRAH.
Oh, I was thinking like coconut bra, but it's not. That's coconut bra, like coconut, like brother or something. Okay, got it. All right. I was thinking like Gilligan's Island or something. How do I go? So, do we have drops on this channel?
I think you
No.
What is it? So, do we have any? Did somebody wake Cal up? See if she knows what's going on. Poor
We will
Cal.
list-
Cal
Like
in
game
chat? I don't want
to
to wake
get
Cal up. Just...
Cal, I just get this little. I don't know why, but I can almost
Cal's
see
in
the
chat.
sleepy quality of that question mark. Cal, do we have drops on this channel, as Wolfpup would call them?
I think you have to enable them or something. I don't know.
And by the
You
way,
would need to
good
get Rust
good evening,
drops,
Cal.
You would just need to play Rust, but to get like a specialized tech banditry drop,
Hmm.
then
Huh.
you'd have to like contact the people that play Rust and be like, bro, can I get this?
Oh, you mean, so you have to have like affiliations with games and stuff that give you the drops.
Yeah, it's because I remember League of Legends did a drop once,
Hmm.
I think. I can't remember well.
Oh, look at this. I've got my activity feed. I can see what's going on for once. Okay, so Lou Murray just followed. Thank you very much, Lou Murray. Thank you for joining us. Sorry, Cal, didn't mean to wake you up. Between this stream and Baz's stream, so I'm not always listening. Yeah, no, ignore us, Cal. That's like, what are you?
yeah,
Are you being?
Cal's-
We're tearing you apart. Baz is
Cal.
streaming right now.
Yeah,
and
I was watching him actually. Before.
oh, good. Well, look, I don't want to drag people away. I wanted to just say hi
No,
and
you weren't dragging me.
see how everyone was doing. They're playing Minecraft?
Yeah, they're doing manhunt.
Manhunt.
Oh.
Wait a sec. Could I, if I were to, could I, wait a sec. Could I have him in the corner?
Maybe.
Could we watch him? I wonder if you could do that. Can I do that without screwing everything up? No, that's
The
kind of a
question is,
loaded question.
The question is, can you do that without like would there be problems with showing another streamer's stuff on your stream?
Well, it's my son. I hope he doesn't. If he sues me, I mean, we've got bigger problems than.
Well, I guess he would have to.
I would kick him out.
Yeah.
I'd be like, you sued me. You're out of the house, kid. You're living on the street. You can eat, you know, squirrel kill for dinner.
Yes. Oh, sorry, I'm playing Club Penguin and he's saying yes. No.
Yes.
Iron Ham TV. Okay, so if we got Iron Ham right here.
You can eat squirrel kill.
Eat squirrel kids. Unless you've got a machine.
I wasn't saying yes at that. I was saying
I
yes
know.
because I got the giant pearl, so now I'm gonna get 100.
Wait a sec. Isn't he I am Iron Ham TV? Did I get his name wrong?
Probably.
Yes.
What? I am IRON. Oh, he's probably not TV, is he? He's just I am Iron Ham now, isn't he? He got all fancy. There you go. Now, wait a second. You won't be able to hear him, though, will you?
Well, you can still see him. And
But we can see him. If I put him in the corner, though, will that work? Let's see if I do this. If I do this, I'm going to go to there. Nope. Yep. Here you go. So Baz would be in the corner over here. Oh, he looks pretty intense.
I just like to say I sounded very mischievous.
You sound very mischievous.
Yes, I was just randomly, because I'm playing Club Penguin, waiting for
Can I
the
get rid of
pearl
these?
to open its mouth. I'm like,
Yeah. Can I make this like slightly easier to look at? Nope. That's not right. That's huge. The kid's stealing my stream. Okay, so that's Baz looking I feel like he should be looking the other way, don't you? It looks like he's running this way, but he's looking over here. I find it very off-putting. That's just my, it's the problem with me and doing films and stuff. Okay, so that's my son. Look at my son. He went into the shower today, disappeared into the bathroom. He came back out again, and I swear to God, he was a foot taller. Explain that to me.
Magic shower.
It's a magic shower. I got in, and I think I might be shorter. So maybe he's stealing my height. Is that possible?
Yes.
Yeah.
Or you might also be hallucinating from the magic cream
Or
you're having.
I really need to get out more? Is that what you're saying?
Or you just need to see a doctor. That hallucination's not a good thing.
So wait a second.
My mom swears I grow every time I sleep, which I guess is technically true because you
Don't
sort
you
of,
grow
yeah, you
a
grow.
millimeter?
Do you grow more in your sleep?
No, what happens is you relax, so if this makes sense, you get longer. So
because you're like your body.
Yeah, we've talked about this before.
Yeah, I remember you
Body
mentioning this.
Guys, it's stretching time.
I think I ball up. I think I ball up into a little tight ball of muscle, and then non-muscle. What's the opposite of muscle? Fat. Small, little ball of lipids.
But it's a animal reflex to want to curl into a ball.
Yeah.
When you sleep, it's because it protects your neck and stomach.
Everybody, stop what you're doing. James Gurney is here. Hello, James. How are you, James? I think your spine is collapsing. Great. James and Cal have begun to become synonymous with snarkasm at this point. Opposite of muscle, David.
Yeah,
there you go. He says the opposite of muscle is David.
I mean, he's not wrong.
He's not wrong, but he's not correct.
So, okay, talk to me about exercise. Do you have to do exercise even though you're not going to school right now?
I mean, we have gym classes, and I totally do the work.
What sort of stuff do they make you do, like jumping jacks and stuff? What do they get you to do?
My teacher just posts a video and is like, okay, do that video, follow the exercise video. I'm like, okay, that's what I'm doing. Okay, to be fair, I do actually just do work instead of gym, but...
Right.
To be fair,
I'm doing the work.
Wait a sec, you do work. When you say you do work, do you mean you do work other than gym?
Yeah, I mean, I do my work.
Oh, really? But shouldn't you be doing the exercise? Isn't that the whole point?
Yes, that's the whole point, but we don't worry about it because honestly.
Oh my God, she's so much louder when she talks into her microphone. How weird is that?
The thing is, my mic's like sitting here. It's a bit farther from my mic, but here I'm really close to it.
You got to save up and get one of these fancy streamer mics.
Maybe I'll just use my $70 I got for Christmas.
I just want to say I have never sat on my chair and just watched and just like sat there for like 30 minutes waiting for gym to be over, and I've never had bear paws during gym.
Bear paws? Oh, I love bear paws. Oh no, they're beaver tails. What are the ones or bear paws? What are those deep fried donutty things?
Those are beaver tails.
Oh no, I'm talking about the confection bear paws.
The confection bear. What?
The little cookies that you get in packages, and you can get them in different flavors.
They're confections. They're so good.
They're very high quality. Oh, that was scary. Very high quality.
Yeah, they're very high quality and very yummy.
So yes, they are yummy.
They are really good. Okay, right, that's good to know.
If you say that's wrong to think bear paws are yummy,
you suck.
Do we have any game news today? The only thing I could find that was interesting to me was that Amazon is not giving up on doing their own games, which I thought was neat. And GameStop, the GameStop stock apparently has like it's kind of dipped now or something.
Oh, I knew that.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to invest in it.
That's old news. Wolfpup told me about that like ages ago.
Really? What do you mean?
Yeah,
okay, so when did you say it had tanked?
Like the day after.
Right. But it was still up a bit, wasn't it?
Well, it's still up. It just dropped a lot.
Let me see if I can see what.
It didn't die, but it didn't.
It didn't die.
Yeah, it's not alive, but it's not dead. It's at 90.
Right. But didn't GameStop buy something recently? Didn't they buy like a bit of AMC or something? What they did something interesting.
I think that's funny. A stock buys someone else's stock.
Yeah. Well, there's something. If anyone knows what I'm talking about, that'd be amazing. Maybe even me. I sent you a link about dreaming, maybe cheating on Minecraft speedruns. Ooh.
Oh yeah,
interesting.
I've seen that.
I
What's
don't
that
think so.
I don't think so. I'm just gonna trust him. Whatever.
Yeah, that's basically me at the moment. I trust him, but if he's a very bad. I was gonna say he's a very bad Minecraft, but he's better than me.
Yeah, the dream cheat there was a big sort of drama around there, wasn't there?
Yeah, I don't think he did though.
There was some neat videos actually about the reality of probability because of that. Like what are the likelihood of certain things happening?
Do you remember the Danny person that I was talking to you about?
Yeah.
He has gotten a lucky run, but not that
lucky.
Yeah, not like crazy lucky. Also, I don't know.
What I mean is, he got a crazy lucky run, but that Dreams was unbelievable.
Right.
Unbelievingly lucky.
Well, because he drew some things that really helped him that if you look at the probability of those things happening were crazy high. But as he points out in one of his videos, I think we put these on TechBandits somewhere, but the idea that the very chance that the map that gets generated when you open Minecraft for the first time, the probability of that's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, so
like, also another thing is like, if you put into like cheating on that, I'm thinking you wouldn't give up that top place or whatever. He wouldn't, because I don't think at this point. I think he's like, okay, I'm not gonna keep the street. I'll take the run down. Like that's fine.
You would take the run down?
No, he did. I'm pretty sure. I think the run's not official.
So James says he 100% cheated. There's no freaking way. And he's a stats. It's true. James is a big fan of data. He's a data nerd. He likes his. There's a programming language called. Is it programming language? What's it called? R, which is basically used to figure out pull information out of data. Okay, Captain Calvin Cat, you have a good one. What's happening? You got a sore throat?
How did he cheat? That's the thing.
It is R, right, James? Yeah. How did he cheat? How would you cheat on? All right, explain that to me. Wolf Pup, do you know how you could cheat on something like that, or Noodles?
Yeah, people think he used mods, but
he sent them his folders and stuff. His mod folders.
Yeah, he sent them the mod folder, and then.
Yeah, but couldn't you just take the mods out and then?
No, because then. Well,
because
then. But they would know.
Yeah, they would know because he basically sends them the mod folder, and then I'm pretty sure you can see if it's been updated or if it's been changed.
Yeah, if it's been updated.
So he gives them that ability to look at that stuff. So if it has, they're like, oh well, yeah, you say you didn't do anything, but look here, you have hacking client cheat for people that want to hack. Installed. I think you
hacked.
The
thing that would suck if Dream didn't hack, but then because in one of the dumb manhunts that he does, not the real ones, just Dream is now my dog, and then if the person who made the mod made it so it has hack on it and it automatically updates, that would really suck.
What? So that the guy who made, or whoever it was who made the mod might have installed cheats in it? Or could have?
I'm saying that could be a possibility, but probably not.
It seems unlikely, doesn't it?
But the other thing with that is it's you can tell that stuff was before the speedrun, right? That's the same thing.
But either way, whether he cheated or not, he's got so much publicity out of this. Wouldn't he be making money hand over fist at this point? Fits?
Yeah.
I don't know what that means.
Listen, he makes money. He knows his name generated money too because I'm pretty sure he's told some people that the reason he doesn't stream big events on Dream SMP is because he says other people should he already has enough views, other people can have those views. Other smaller creators on the Dream SMP.
I'm not saying it's bad, but he has merch that are just the face drew onto a white bottle, and he just charges $50 for that.
Wow. What do we charge? I know that sweatshirts and stuff to get them made are quite expensive.
If it's a swell bottle on it, if it's a swell style bottle, honestly, that's standard.
Is it? It's a standard cost, right? And I guess you charge what you can, right?
Yeah.
It's interesting, though, because I was talking this morning. I did my burn and learn this morning. Jane made me do yoga. Stupid yoga. So
my mom has wanted me to do yoga for gym.
You know what's funny? Yoga is so much harder than I thought it would be. I knew this. I thought the stretchy stuff and the balance stuff I thought would be difficult, but it's actually physically difficult. It's good workout, I gotta say. But you know what the best workout was that I've ever done that I cannot recommend enough, but I can't do anymore because I'm old, is Taekwondo. Yeah. Taekwondo, you do kicks, you do punches. Man, it is the best. And it's so much fun because you're just kicking and punching stuff.
Oh, didn't I already tell you I did Taekwondo and then I didn't like my teacher, so I quit?
Yeah, you didn't like the teacher. We had a whole discussion about the teachers. But you should get get one of those big bags and just kick the crap out of it. That's great exercise.
The bad thing about karate is you can't, because they make you say, I will not use this to beat stuff up.
Oh. You won't use it even to beat up a stuffed thing? Like a pad?
Oh, they make you say that on Taekwondo too. They're like, I will not beat up my sister.
Oh, really?
The one time,
they never made me do that.
Did you know I'm still gonna...
The one time, I did kick my sister, but that's...
You kicked your sister?
I'm gonna be honest.
You're out of TechBandits.
I just want to say that's not my fault. She told me to kick her. She wanted to see how strong I could kick, so she's like, Alma, show me.
And when's she joining TechBandits?
Never.
Never? You've banned her from TechBandits? She's not allowed to?
Yes.
So when you go to university or something and you can't do Tech Bandits anymore, then she can join.
I will.
Or
No.
you'll be running Tech Bandits by then.
I'll be running Tech
That's
Bandits.
true. And have you talked about streaming? Any more streaming?
Oh, yeah, I've still thought about it.
I'm sorry, remind me, how old are you? Well, you have to tell me how old you are, but are you old enough to legally be streaming on these systems?
Yeah.
You are.
Not, sadly.
And as soon as you can, will you, Wolf Pup?
Yeah.
Did you see what we did with that kid? That kid went from 28 subscribers to 100 and something subscribers. Exotic. I just thought it was really cool that a dad had gone out to try to promote his kid's channel. I just thought that was really cool of him as a dad. And then I went to look at what Exotic was doing, and I thought, you know, like, he's really done the work, or they've really done the work. I don't know if it's a boy or girl, but they've really done the work. So I wanted to give them some recognition. But I'd love to do the same thing. Like if Noodles, you start streaming, or Wolf Pup, when you start streaming, or you have friends, or, you know, or Commander Coop, that kind of stuff. I'd love to be able to showcase people like that. Wouldn't that be neat?
Yeah, it'd be fun.
I would want that if I started streaming.
Exactly. Like, wouldn't you want like a little boost? Like, it doesn't have to be, you know, mega, but like, you know, I feel like Baz has been kind of independent with his channel, where he sort of said like, look, I love that you were on Stargate and everything, but I don't want people to come to my channel who are looking for Stargate because they'll be disappointed. So he just wants to do his own thing. I think that's cool.
That's fair.
You know, I get that. That's cool. I wouldn't want to be associated with this either. You know, this face.
You know, you're.
Did he finish? Is he gone? Is he done?
I don't know.
It looks like he might have finished streaming.
Oh.
Now I've got him logging how long he actually, you know what? Could you help me out on that? Could both of you also log the time that you spend either gaming or watching YouTube? Like, just jot it down. Like, just like, oh, I just did, I don't know, like maybe it was 20 minutes watching YouTube or something like that. I just like to get a sense of when and how long people are doing this stuff for. Oh, he's back again.
I just want to say, I can tell you already. I already know.
Yeah,
okay, what do you
I
got?
have certain times where I play.
It's from 7 o'clock
Till 7:30.
Till 7:30. It's.
But you're not gaming the whole time, right? You don't game while you're at school, do you?
No.
Was that a yes?
No, definitely not.
I mean, occasionally when my teacher rants for 50 minutes about, I don't even know what, maybe, but
right.
I mean, I'm not disclosing that information. What do you try to get out of me?
I would if I could. That's just.
And why can't you, Wolf Pup?
Because
you get caught?
my parents would see me on Discord, and my parents would just straight out be like, bad. No.
Yeah, Baz has a tendency to watch videos while his teacher is speaking. Oh, I shouldn't say that, should I? But so I keep going in and going like, Baz, you can't possibly be concentrating on what the teacher's saying if there's like a League of Legends game going, right?
I'm gonna be honest, my mom has totally walked straight in, see me, like, I'm literally playing Minecraft right in front of her, and she's like, just pay attention. Because also, let's just say I've ranted a few times to her about how my teacher and
You've ranted?
Yes.
You've ranted about how your teacher rants.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, you ranted about his rants or her rants.
Yeah, basically, yeah. Him.
What sort of stuff does your teacher rant about?
Well, it's not ranting. More than just that. Let me think. So, like.
Okay, you think. I should just pop in and make sure I haven't missed anybody. Oh, Ruby K! Hey, Ruby K! Thank you so much for the subscription. Digraphin cheered with 100 bits. Thank you, Digraphin. Louis Murray, I know you followed me. Thank you. And Adaklis also subscribed. There you go.
Here's a good way to put it. Here,
okay,
honestly,
what do you got?
I don't want to get into it completely because I could go on for hours of all the things. But just to describe my teacher, he thinks he's always right.
Right. Is he?
No,
Okay.
definitely not.
Really? So what's he got wrong?
Well, he got this one math question wrong that.
Oh, it's math.
Oh, no. That's just one example. I
Okay.
have. Well, not even that. He always thinks he's in the right, and if he for example, this one assignment, he had to send an email to everyone in the class saying that we've all done this wrong. So, and then he basically he's like, basically every time we don't do something completely right, it's almost like he just phrases it in a way that's like, oh yeah, you totally did this wrong. I mean, how could you possibly do this wrong? I gave such clear instructions when his instructions aren't clear at all, and half the time no one really understands what he's saying.
That used to happen. It's because we do online school, and like when my teacher's mic cut out, and then after they come back and we ask like, what did you just say? They'd be like, well, I just told you.
Oh my god.
And you're like, I told you, but the mic was off.
He always tells us he always tells us like, whenever we ask a question about something that he's talked about, like, a lot of the time he's like, you guys can ask me questions, but then when you ask him questions, he's like, well, I just told you all this and blah 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 blah. Then he rants for 3 minutes about how we should really be paying attention, and then he like just rephrases what he said before in a different way to like answer the question, and it doesn't help at all.
So what makes a good teacher, would you say? Like what, like of your favorite teachers, what do they do that you like that's different from this guy?
From what I've seen,
I don't know. Yeah, okay, well,
me and what other people think is teachers should help you accomplish your dreams.
Yeah. Also, another thing is,
what if your dreams are to rob a bank?
Okay,
then get a
you know what
dream.
David, you know what we mean, okay?
I know what you mean, yeah.
Don't be like my sister who, you, seriously.
Wait, so your sister should be here. If she's like me, she should totally be here.
No. Yeah, 2 Davids, that's even worse. I mean, what? I have to deal with her all day.
Right, that's true.
Honestly, you don't worry. You're not. But like, I'm just saying, every time, there's a rule. She's like, but what if this happened? What if then? Like, would the rule still happen? And I'm like, it doesn't. Like, I tell her.
Okay,
I tell her, just stop, and she's like, just stop breathing. Okay, I'll stop breathing. Is that what you want? I'm like,
oh my god, she sounds exactly like me when I was a kid.
I do that.
You do that as well, Wolf Pup?
I do that with my parents.
That just frustrates me even more. And then
try being a parent. Forget that.
And then I just end up kicking her into a door. Anyways,
hello, hospitaler.
Yeah, she asked, and actually, I forgot to finish that story, but
I like how awkward that is. Anyways.
She asked me, she told me, kick me, I'll be fine. And then I kicked her, and then she flew into a door frame, and she was like, ow! I'm like, wow.
Well, that's because your superpowers weren't contained.
Yeah. And then my dad was basically like, yeah, I know you should have, I know, she told you, but listen, trust your instincts, don't trust her. If she tells you to kick her, don't do that.
You know, we used to make...
I want to tell you something that's a sad but true story.
Okay, go for it.
This week, I skinned my knee, and that was in the first time that I've skinned my knee in quite a while.
How did you skin it?
I fell, because we have carpet stairs, I tripped.
Oh, I can already see where this is going.
Like a carpet burn? Did you get like one of those carpet burn things?
It wasn't blood, it felt like it at the start.
But it feels kind of damp and oozy.
It's weird when you feel like you're bleeding, but you're not bleeding, and it's just like, what's happening? Because you're like, and also you keep checking to see if you're bleeding, but you're not. It's like, what? You're constantly like, wait, am I bleeding? Am I bleeding?
And that's happened to me.
Also, quickly, what makes a good teacher? I should be able to want to go to school.
Yes.
That's a good teacher. Bam, done.
But isn't there some stuff that's just boring that you just have to do even though it's boring?
Yeah, but I mean, my teacher in grade 6, I wanted to go to school. Online school sucked, but it sucked less because of her. She was all the time, she was saying, do what you can. Like, also, since the whole thing about grades being the
You
same
heard
and you
the-
can only raise them. She was like, do what you can. If you can't do something, don't do it. It's okay. Every week we would have like an entire class chat and have a theme, and like she would like.
What
for
kind of
example,
themes?
like,
What would you talk about?
well, like a theme, like we would like a beach theme, and we would do stuff for the beach. And
Oh, is she the one who had you doing those backdrops?
Oh yeah. Those were the
Oh, just so people know what I'm talking about. When we used to do just the Zoom chats that were like closed just to the Tech Bandits, Noodles would show up, and every time we saw her, she had like something added to the backdrop, and they were like everything from like seashells to like planets. There was all sorts of stuff going on.
I had birds with lightsabers at one point.
Oh yeah.
I was about to ask, can I become Yoshi-song?
What's
Yeah,
Yoshi-san?
Go ahead.
Wait, yes.
Just-
I have. Don't
Yes.
tell.
I'm not telling him. But like, I mean, even if there's something sort of boring, there was always something fun, and she was always just really nice and supportive and awesome. She was really cool, and she managed. I don't know how. I think she's magic, but like, everyone. Would
Maybe that's
listen to
it.
her. Like,
Maybe you have to be magic to be a good
Have you
teacher.
heard the quote that the teacher says you come here to learn, and then the kids be like, no, I came here because I didn't have a choice.
fun. But like,
That's how I used to feel, for sure.
But I mean, the thing is, she just made things fun, and like, it wasn't like she made things easy to understand. Like, it maybe just me, but I didn't have much difficulty with stuff.
I won't
and
be able to
she
hear
just-
for a second.
All right.
Just really, I don't know. She had some sort of and like all these kids, you know, the ones that in 4th grade, the teacher said that was the first time he'd gotten 2 kids suspended in 1 year. Woot woot.
Really?
Yeah, that was fun.
It's a tough one because okay, let me ask you, in all honesty though, if you were just given the ability to do whatever you wanted to during school time, you wouldn't do school stuff, would you?
Me?
Yeah. Especially with that computer sitting there with Minecraft humming away.
Oh, no, during this, yeah, but I mean, I can already hear it. Wolf Pup has come.
Wolf Pup returns.
The sad thing is, I can't hear it.
Oh, but we could hear you coming back.
Wait, did you hear me blowing into the mic, or was I becoming a...
Oh, is that what it was?
heard
It just,
it. I
yeah,
heard
there was
it.
a noise. There was like a
I heard
noise
it a
of
bit.
impending
A bit.
wolf pups.
Oh, yeah,
Oh.
but like, the thing, yes, honestly, if I could not do work, but like, it's weird, because right now,
Yes.
another reason I don't want to go to school is because it's like, there's nothing else, you know, like,
Hmm.
there's no extracurriculars, there's no this, there's no that, there's no all that, right?
Hmm.
It's just not as fun. I mean, you should have seen how
Can you hear me?
hype. Oh,
Okay.
Hey, who we got?
Chunky? We got Chunky.
Chunky.
You're not already on voice recognition? Come on, David.
What do you? That.
It was me.
Oh, that was you?
Yeah.
I
What did you-
swore that you sound so much like.
What did you do? Like a voice change thing?
Yeah, what was that? Your voice. Did your voice go? Was it lower?
I think you shimmy. Thank you. So listen, what did you do, Wolf Pup? Was that like a voice changer?
No. Stop for a second.
Is
Talk?
this Chunky?
It is. That's exactly like him. What the heck?
That is
Wolf Pup-
weird.
This is just my voice at
Oh yeah, there's a bit
minus
of.
335 pitch.
Oh, I can. Now,
Ah. What are you using to do that, Wolf Pup? What are you doing to do that, Wolf Pup?
you are just chunky but higher pitch.
I can become yes.
Wait, so what are you using for that?
Clownfish.
Clownfish. Is it a
I'm
plug-in or
using
something, or
Clownfish
what's?
voice changer to do it. And
It-
I also am using Clownfish to become Yoshi.
It's not picking that up very well. Yoshi sucks.
You suck. What's Yoshi ever done to you?
No, I couldn't hear it. It just sounds like noise to me.
You have to turn your sensitivity up.
Really?
No, not you.
Do I really want to?
No, Wolf Pup.
I
Wolf Pup. Yeah.
need to figure out
boy.
how I turn up my mic sensitivity.
Looks like we got some moderating to do.
No.
What?
Please don't. No. Okay, there we go. Oh, sorry. I'm in Minecraft, by the way. Oh, it's. Oh.
Thank you, Mod.
happened?
Ruby K has descended. Ruby K was trying to make lunch, but she had to get in there and destroy some evil Twitch trolls.
How I become songs, I join their, I download their MP3, and then I use Clownfish's vocoder. Like, I'm not playing the song into the mic. Whenever I talk, the noise comes out because it's a vocoder.
But it's not a physical device, it's a software device.
Yes, it's the software. It's
Got it.
Clownfish voice changer.
And apparently, I can also become chunky.
It's kind of weird. There's something. It's not
swear.
fully Lord Chunky, but it's got like a slight chunky sound to it.
Like, if I don't pay attention to it too much, it totally is. What the heck?
This is my voice at -45 pitch.
The thing is, I can tell, like, after listening to you for a while, I can tell it's you because you just, like how.
There's a way. There's
you know?
a like a pattern to your speech that is definitely Wolf Pup.
If that-
Yes.
Thanks so much, Ruby K. Thank you, Cal, for looking after
I have-
Baz so well.
Or just
I've
saying,
tricked-
like, yes or anything. That just sounds like you, if that makes sense. But for some reason, you also sound
I've
like
tricked
Chunky.
people on Discord servers by using this.
Well, in a way, that stops you getting like hassled for sounding young, right?
Yeah, it has, but then I used it in Rust. It's because I was afraid the person that I needed to like compromise with would be like, "You're a child. I'm gonna kill you even more dead because you're a child."
You child.
You child.
Child.
Okay, so
You're a
Jonas
child,
is saying, can you
child.
introduce the bandits? Well, we've got two bandits here today. We've got Think Noodles and we've got
Why'd you
Wolf
call
Pup.
me
Are the two?
Where did this think noodles come from? You.
The
Is
cesspool that is the internet, says Equitus.
You think, and
And then
your
Ruby K is
name
trying to eat.
is Noodles.
I guess that's fair enough.
All right, go back to the teaching thing for a second, because like obviously, I love learning stuff, but I learn stuff by going onto the internet and looking up things until I find something that explains it well for me.
But-
True. That's me.
That's the thing with this. My teacher.
Hmm.
She was like that. She just explained things well. Like the class behaved around her because they liked her. They like everyone like I don't think maybe a few people didn't like her, but
So what happened? So what happened if someone did like act up in class? How would you deal with that?
well, no one did.
No one did.
And not really, but like she would like, first of all tell them not to do that, of course.
And would they listen? I mean, how do you get punished in school? Like what? Like if you get in trouble in school, what
I
happens?
don't really remember that.
Right.
Like, 'cause I don't remember. The thing about that is I don't really remember what she did mostly.
When we're
because
getting yelled at
I don't worry
we
about.
don't really get yelled at,
That's
but
not the
when the
stuff you
teacher's
remember,
telling us no, really all it was basically people just muting their mic, or muting the tab and just sitting there. I can tell that because when they said like capiche,
Capiche.
like you understand
That
that.
always
Right.
that always makes me think of quiche, and
Quiche.
every time someone says capiche, I'm just
Capiche.
like quiche. It's like
Peach.
Capiche.
I thought peach, like
oh. Anyways, what's your point?
School punishments. Well, no, my question was just, I'm curious to know how, like, how do they control kids if you're all virtual anyways? Like, there's no way to really
virtually control kids.
Yeah.
I thought you meant in school. I'm like,
well, in school they can just tell you to leave the class, right?
yeah, I'm like, I don't know.
Which never seemed like a punishment to
the
me.
class in real life, it's a good. And
the thing is,
leaving the class online is a good thing. It's because it's like, yay, no more school.
Right.
What if they? You know what I really hate?
Saying I said cookie 3 times in a row, and the teacher's like, cookies are not yummy. That's
what?
the best.
You know what I really hate?
What do you really hate?
When like I'm not blaming the teachers, but when there's so many people acting up that they just keep like the entire class in, and I'm like, why? I know like you can't, but
well, because the hope there is that the peer pressure will stop certain kids from acting out, but I never quite understood that either.
That doesn't do that. It doesn't help anything. The kids are just like.
All right, so if you could design a school, a way of doing school, how would you do it? What would give me your dream school?
Follow their in reason bold dreams.
Okay, so what's your dream, Wolf Pup?
I think I would want to become a streamer or like an animator.
Right. So, okay, so as a teacher, so what? I would find animation videos for you to look at. I would say, give you some suggestions on how to, I mean, I'm not a teacher, but I mean, like, as a teacher, is that, like, how could they help you with that dream?
Well, to become an animator, they could make it so, like, I could just randomly, like, animate and be like, and, like, show it off to the class and be like, yeah, this is what I did during the school.
So, like, instead of getting an English essay, you get given an English anime to do.
Like, I did my Genius Hour in school.
You get an hour of Genius every day?
No, I have more than half a minute of Genius per day.
You saw where I was going with that, yeah.
That's the sad thing. I have... And, like, what I mean by, I did my Genius Hour on Scratch. I think I did it on my old account, my old Scratch account. And then I made it on Scratch, and then, because I practiced my Scratch skills by making stuff about programming.
Right.
Which was basically using what I like to do something that I don't really like to do.
Yes, that's always smart. If there's a way of, like, to me, it's like, that's like mixing your peas in with the mashed potatoes and ketchup, and so you're getting the stuff you're supposed to eat, but you don't actually have to taste it.
That's what I do. I mix my corn into the mashed potatoes when I need to go fast.
But that's smart, right? Like, that's, when it comes to learning, that's a great way of doing it. I mean,
I like peas though.
Well, there you go. So, but that's the whole thing, is everyone has different approaches, right? So my new one was that I was trying to remember all this biology stuff that I've been reading. So I found that they make biology only crossword puzzles. So I could do crossword puzzles that remind me of the words and, descriptions of the different things that I need to know for biology, which I thought was kind of neat.
For acting?
No, this is just for me. Although we are talking about mitochondrial DNA in the show. They've got a database of mitochondrial DNA, which is basically
mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell.
Oh, that is like the biggest, like, science or biology cliche, isn't it? That's the generic term for it. But what's neat about mitochondria is that, for the most part, well, up until very recently, they believed that like every child had.
I need to send something in the TechBandits live, and this is what, like, most of the points I agree with.
Oh, really? In the chat, you agree with that? Hey, Hostler, thank you very much.
I sent it in TechBandits, the Discord.
Yeah.
And
in the Discord.
I sued the school system.
Sorry, you what?
It's called I sued the school system.
You know
Oh.
what we shouldn't have in school?
What?
Or at least for a certain point of time. Grades.
You don't think there should be grades? But then how do you know if you've learned something or not?
You're told that. You're given, like, not grades, but you're given advice on how to get better, and you're told you're improving, you're doing well.
Mm.
Because just think about this. Personally, I get decent grades. Like, and I don't stress about it too much, but I do know that, like, especially another thing is, like, think about it. It stops becoming like when you were, like, in school, right? Like, what
I failed drama.
Great.
Yeah, I didn't get a passing mark in drama.
Oh,
Her in the.
I just imagine you just going up to your old drama teacher. Haha! Look at me now.
No, she was
Yeah.
miserable because she didn't want to fail me, but I didn't do the work, right? So I was always like, yeah, no, I know. Like, why would you give me a mark if I didn't do it? I was
Like,
fine with
if
that.
I fail in math, I might not be wanting to do math for what I want to do.
Mm.
Like,
The thing is, you always need a bit of math. Like, because, like, if you're a streamer and you
Yeah,
do
you
really
need a
well,
bit of-
you kind of want to know how to, read all the stats and spend the money, right? Or
need a
invest
bit
the
of
money.
math, but you don't need to know. I don't understand why you would need to know algebra.
The reason we shouldn't have grades, except up to a certain point, is because what does that, like, do for kids? Like, especially in, like, grade 1, what does that do for them?
Let me go back to the algebra thing for a second, because
Yeah.
I felt exactly the same
Wait,
way
I
as
just
Wolf
want
Pup.
to quickly say something
What?
to Nose about the no grade. I agree with that. It's because it's mainly
just-
making kids compete with each other. It's
Yeah,
basically
it's not helping. It's just, like,
getting
think
us
about it.
to go grades.
It's
like
and then school doesn't turn into learning. It just turns into getting a good grade. Why do you think people cheat? Why do they want a good grade? Because of the pressure. Because what happens if they do bad?
if I get
They
bad
fail.
grades, I'm not going to be able to play video games anymore. So
Ah, that's
I want to
interesting.
get good grades, and that stresses me. If I get bad grades, I'm not going to be able to play.
Okay, but then so just to sort of play devil's advocate here a little bit, how does a teacher with 35 kids, let's say, gauge who needs extra help and who doesn't?
The
teachers could give grades, like, just to keep a point system, but they don't give them out.
Oh.
For
Well,
me,
do they though?
wanted to. No.
I have bad. I'm not gonna call it decent. I have bad hand motor skills. I can't really write. And
Wait
I
a
don't
second. Hold on for a second. You've got bad motor skills. You can't write, but you can video game?
yes,
I'm not buying this, Wolf Pup. What do you got? I'm skeptical,
in school,
but I'm
I
open
don't-
to suggestions.
in school, I don't think I've ever, like, anybody in the school has ever, like, I've been called down to read, but when I read, I've mostly done good. It's because in grade 3 or 4, maybe 5, I don't know. I think it's 3. I had grade 5 reading.
Oh, okay. So you enjoyed reading.
I don't really enjoy reading as I had like grade 5 or 4. I can't remember. I'm pretty sure it was 5.
I love reading.
And I had high reading. I've lost my liking of reading. I don't really know why. But it's mainly because when I'm trying to read something, I read it in my head and I try to pronounce the stuff in my head. Like, I'm not good at talking, like, out loud because I stutter a lot, but in my head, like, if I'm saying something like supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, if I messed up any time in my head, it would be perfect. Because I can keep going over again. But in real life, I can't just be like,
Right.
In my head, I can do that.
Right. So in your head, it sounds perfect, but your mouth isn't keeping up with your head.
Yes.
You know, Joe Biden, who's now the president of the United States, has a stutter. Do you know that?
I don't really watch any of that anymore. I really was just like.
I just thought it was kind of interesting that someone who was obviously had to do a lot of public speaking is somebody who actually had a stutter, I guess, as a kid or whatever the deal is. I thought that was neat. I can listen to me now, I'm doing it. I can stutter when I get stressed. Absolutely. I definitely find myself doing that sometimes. And I've actually used it to some extent in some of my characters, which has been kind of neat.
I'm okay with speaking, I think.
Also, can we, like, I'm pretty sure that's free use, but can we, like, look at the video thing I sent in the Discord?
Yeah,
I
look.
think it's really interesting.
All right, let me have a look.
Do you think it's, like, copyrighted or anything? Because you could show it on stream.
What do we
It's
got?
just-
I gotta switch
It's
over.
Prince
Look at
EA.
this.
I don't think he has copyright.
What's it on? It's on the TechBandits Live?
Yeah.
Oh, there's your how lucky is too lucky. Oh, that's great. There's a good one here from Jim the Evo too. Okay, Wolf Pup, the people versus the school system. Whoa, what's the deal there? So you're saying I can watch this? Can I watch it without getting in trouble?
I mean, I don't think the YouTubers copyright the video, and if you like say the channel.
No, there's been a lot of reaction videos to it. Like, not
Okay.
many, but there has been.
Also,
reaction
like, just credit the YouTuber, and you should be fine.
Okay,
It
let me
is
pull it up in
pretty
on this
EA.
computer, then I can actually have it on. Ooh,
There's
Baz is
been a
doing League
lot
of
of-
Legends now.
Yeah.
He does a lot of stuff, and I have to admit, one of the things that he did in, like, grade 4, I cried because it was basically about the end of the world because of global warming.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, I'm looking in here right now. I'm looking at YouTube Live.
But like the thing with grades is, kids, they'll get the feeling that they're a failure because they got a B. They got a B plus. They're average, even D minus. Like people get the idea because there's meaning attached to these letters that they're a failure, that they can't do anything, that they're not worth anything. And like, that's not.
Well, and
right.
failing puts you off stuff too, right? But
Yeah. And that's just, it seems stupid. It seems crazy to me. Like, also another thing is parents putting pressure on kids to get, like, on grades and stuff.
But isn't there pressure in life that you need to address? Like, isn't school like a way of preparing you for life? And life can be
But
stressful, right?
There's another.
But you can't be
Right.
good at
a
life.
lot of the things
if-
that we've said,
in-
Prince EA has said something about it.
I just want to say that but think about this. If from grade 1 you get bad grades and you tell yourself you're a failure, you're not going to go anywhere in life. Like if you think you're a failure from like as a kid, you're not going to go anywhere. Why? Like the people are always like, well, like getting like with like that's another thing with like parents sometimes pressuring their kids is it's like, well, I just want them to succeed. I want them to be good. But putting that pressure on someone in grade 1 or even in grade 5 to get good grades or else like they're not going to make it. They're not going to be good. If they get above
video?
Yeah, but like if they get lower than like an A, that they're not going to be anything, that they can't do anything. It just having that sort of attachment to a letter, it's
No, I see where you're going with it. It's one of those ones that it's just so hard to know how to make sure that you've covered everything with kids.
Again, you can you can ask also you can if this makes sense, you can still what's the whole point of, you know what I find also sort of funny sometimes? What's the whole point of a test? To see if you've learned everything in the unit, right?
Right.
But then they just move on. That's the end.
No, I agree. Look, the testing is interesting because I sucked at tests. I still suck at tests. I get given forms and I panic. So
David,
Yeah.
the Twitch chat I sent the thing that I want us to watch.
Yeah.
Oh, is this a different one than this one?
I've also
Sorry, have a look at the stream for a sec. Is that the one you want, this student versus teacher
No,
one?
it's called I Sued the School System.
I thought so, but that's the one that came up when I clicked that one that you sent. All right, I'm looking. Where is it? Is that Wolf Pup? That's Wolf Pup.
Oh,
Okay.
go to Prince. It's.
All right, going
There's
here.
a lot of stuff. Like,
Just think about it. Like, if, like, you, like.
Oops.
He's done one called I Crashed the Final 2020 Presidential Debate.
Right. This is the I Sue the School one. There you go. Okay. All right, hang on. Let's just finish up this Marx thing for a second. I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. I guess people are always looking for a way to like quantify, to come up with some way of symbolizing how much someone's learned, so that when they go looking for jobs or when they get to try to get to universities and stuff. Although I would argue all of that and say I don't understand why people are having to apply for university.
I was about to say I don't understand that either. Like, I mean, okay, to a certain degree I understand, like, if you didn't understand something at all, like, if you didn't understand something at all and you didn't get it, then you shouldn't go to university right away. You should work on that, because I feel like you want to, you know, does that make sense? Not saying
I
that,
think
like,
there's, you know what it is? It's about efficiency. They're trying to get as many people an education as they can at the same time. But unfortunately, when you try to do that, it means that some people are ahead of it, some people are behind it, and some people don't care. Right?
And another thing that's sort of stupid is it's like there's this, like, there's stuff that, like, you don't like, you try. Another thing is sometimes you'll try really hard at something, but you don't get it, and then you fail, and it's like, well,
but then that means that somebody's not explaining it well.
yeah, and it's like you try super hard at, but even sometimes trying your best isn't, for some reason, it's like saying this letter says you tried your hardest, but you didn't do it. You failed. Sorry. It's, and then it's all about grades. Also, another thing, getting into middle school, some middle schools, you need, like, good grades to get into a middle school.
Right.
It's like, it's middle school. Get it, and then if you don't get into a good middle school, maybe you won't get into a good high school. If you don't get into a high school, like, you don't get.
You are facing the very issue with education, which is, how do we give everybody enough of an education for them to be able to sort of succeed in life, right? And I would argue that we shouldn't be educating people. We just need to get them excited about stuff. And then we can follow up with whatever they're interested in, right? Like, I don't want to learn anything unless I'm interested in it. Simple as that. If I'm not interested in it, I'm not going to read a book about it. I'm not going to look at videos about it. I don't want to learn it if I'm not interested.
I'm going to be honest, at least some stuff in, like elementary school, most of the stuff they teach you is pretty important. Like what?
What's important? What are the basics that you think I need to know?
Basic math, that's taught in elementary school.
Right. Why do we need basic math? We got phones that do have calculators on them.
Because you type the wrong number into the calculator doesn't always work. Yeah, like, let's say you're in a store. If you can't add.
I really don't think you need math.
Whoa! What's that? What's that voice?
If you can't add 1 + 1 in a, like, to figure out your change,
well, obviously you can do 1 + 1.
That's what I mean. Basic
again,
math.
Calculators.
Like, maybe you don't need, like, the area. You don't need.
Well, so Wolf Pup was talking about algebra, and I would argue that algebra is
really
about solving puzzles. It's just teaching your brain how to think. But
algebra, you need algebra. Algebra is incredibly useful.
I think math in general you need.
Yes.
Sorry, you think math in general what?
Like math, grade 1 to 12.
You need
high school,
you need
math.
multiplication. You need
Right.
that.
You need
Okay.
every kind of math.
But some math, in my opinion, you don't need. Like, I can't think of
What?
anyone off the head, but I can't remember the last one.
What about drawing?
I don't think you need math right now. No, I don't think I'll ever really need math at my age.
See, I never thought that I did, but then I start reading stuff that I'm interested in, and now I have to go back and learn math that I probably would have forgotten by now anyways, to be fair, but yeah.
But you need the math. You need math. That
Okay. So you need some math.
You need at least to be able to multiply and divide and do that stuff. Maybe.
What about fractions?
That can
Yes.
be useful. That can
Yep.
be cooking.
Yep. Okay.
Cooking. That's
You
useful.
need every kind of math.
You need every kind of math. At least a basic understanding of every kind of math. Also, algebra. You need. You need algebra.
What is it you don't like about algebra, Wolfpup?
I love algebra. Oh my god, algebra's so
Baz
fun.
loves it.
It's-
It's one of my favorites.
Fun,
actually.
but like
It's puzzle
all I
solving.
see of it is just
It's just puzzle solving.
another thing to do. It's because our algebra is like, if Timmy has 2 rocks in his jar,
Right.
but then he has 6 rocks out, how much rocks does he have on it?
That's so funny. So I always wanted to take all of those stupid
find
math
that fun?
questions
I
that
find
Baz
that
had
fun.
and rewrite them with video games. Like do them in a way that so all of a sudden those are questions about things that are actually interesting to the kids that are reading them.
Yeah.
I found that interesting. I found that
Also, can we just quickly address the fact that everyone in math problems has just like so much stuff? It's like Timmy has 150 bottles of dish soap.
Well, you notice that they get more and more the
That one
more the grades
fine.
go up. They start off and they don't have very much, but by like grade
Okay,
6 or
by,
7,
like,
they got a
grade
lot of
6,
stuff.
They got so much dish soap.
All right,
I found
Wolfpup's
that
been
one
chomping at the bit for us to look at this
Yes,
thing.
yes,
So
I
we'll
am
do a
gonna reference
we'll do a
that.
live viewing of I Sued the School System. So this is
Okay.
Prince EA. Here we go. What do we got? Go. Can I? If I put the volume on, will you be able to? Let's see. If I do this, will you hear it? I don't hear it. Oh, of course I don't hear it because it's on. Let's see if I do. I won't be able to hear it.
Oh,
Yeah, I won't be able to hear it. Damn it.
We
Glad
can.
you could come.
You can.
Not only does
I think
he
the
make
stream will
fish
be able to
climb
hear it now.
trees,
Oh,
but also makes them climb
so.
down.
just
And
turn,
do a
just
10-mile
close the
run.
ad and turn
Tell me,
on-
school, are you proud of the things
Here we
you've
go.
done? Turning
Close
millions of
captions, there you
people
go.
into robots?
has
Do you
captions.
find that
Maybe I'll
fun?
mute myself and just listen.
Do you realize how many
realize
kids
how many
relate to
kids
that
relate
fish?
to that fish
Swimming
swimming
upstream in class, never finding
their
their gifts, thinking they are stupid,
They're
believing
stupid, they're
they are
useless.
useless.
The time has
Well, the time has come. No more excuses.
Here we
I
go.
call school to the stand
call
and
school to
accuse
the
him of
stand
killing
and accuse him of killing
creativity,
creativity. I say
individuality,
this.
and being
Okay, what do we got?
intellectually abusive.
Individually being
He's
intellectually
an ancient
abusive.
institution
He's
that has
an
outlived
ancient
his
institution
usage.
that has
So, Your
outlived
Honor,
his usage.
this concludes my opening statement.
So may present
And if
the
I
evidence
may
of my
present
case,
the evidence
I
of
will
my
prove
case,
it.
I will
This is
prove it.
interesting. Okay, what do we got?
Exhibit A.
Proceed.
Here's a
Exhibit
modern day
here.
phone.
A modern
Recognize
day
it?
phone.
Here's a phone
Recognize
from
it.
150 years ago. Big difference, right?
Here's a
Stay with me. Here's a
phone
car
from
from today.
150 years
And here's a
ago.
car from
Car from
150 years ago.
Car from 150
Big difference,
years
right?
ago.
Well,
Big
get this.
differences.
Here's
Okay.
a classroom of today. And here's a class we used 150 years ago. Now ain't that a shame?
Now, ain't
In
that a
literally
shame?
more
In
than a
other words,
century,
nothing has changed. You claim to prepare
Yet you
students
claim
for the
to
future, and
prepare
yet we're using
students for the
technology that's
future.
150 years old. That's
But with
interesting.
evidence like
So what
that, I
evidence
must
like that?
ask:
I must
do you
ask
prepare students for the
prepare students
future,
for the future
or the past? I did a background check on you and
Background
let the
check on
record
you and
show
let the
that
record
you
show
were made to train people to work in
people to work in
factories,
factories.
which explains why you put
explains why
students
you
in
put
straight
students in
rows,
straight
nice and neat.
rows,
Tell them
nice
sit
and
still,
neat.
raise your hand
Tell
if you
them
want to speak. Give them a short
sit
break to
still,
eat and for
understand.
8 hours a day. Tell them what
8
to
hours a
think.
day, tell them what to
Oh, and
think.
make them
Oh, and
compete
make
to
them
get an
compete
A. A letter
to
which
get an
determines
A.
product
A letter
quality.
which determines
Hence,
product
grade
quality.
A of
Great
meat.
for A
I get
meat.
it. Back then,
I
times
get
were
it
different.
back
We
when
all have a
times were
past.
different.
I
We all
myself
have a
am no
past.
Gandhi.
I
But
myself
today,
am no
we don't need to
Gandhi,
make
but
robot
we don't need to make
zombies. The
zombie
world
robots.
has
The
progressed.
world has
And now
progressed.
we
Now
need
we
people
need
who
people
think
who
creatively,
think
innovatively,
creatively,
critically, independently with the ability to connect.
With the
See,
ability
every
to connect.
scientist will tell you that no two brains are the same. And every parent with 2 or more children will confirm that claim. So please explain why you treat students like cookie cutter frames or snapback hats, giving them this one-size-fits-all crap.
Watch your language.
Sorry, Your Honor, but if a doctor prescribed the exact same medicine to all of his patients, the results will be tragic. So many people will get sick, yet when it comes to school, this is exactly what happens. This educational malpractice, where one teacher stands in front of 20 kids, each one having different strengths, different needs, different gifts, different dreams, and you teach the same thing the same way? That's horrific. Ladies and gentlemen, the defendant should not be acquitted. This may be one of the worst criminal offenses ever to be committed. And let's mention the way you treat your employees.
Objection. Overruled. I want to hear this.
It's a shame. I mean, teachers have the most important job on the planet, yet they're underpaid. No wonder so many students are short-changed. Let's be honest. Teachers should earn just as much as doctors, because a doctor can do heart surgery and save the life of a kid. But a great teacher can reach the heart of that kid and allow him to truly live. See, teachers are heroes that often get blamed, but they're not the problem. They work in a system without.
I'm gonna stop for a second, because that's something else that I love. But I don't think we should pay them as much as doctors. I think we should pay them like rock stars or NBA players or movie stars.
Teachers?
You know? Like, teachers should be the hardest freaking job to get and the best paid. Don't you think?
Yes, you shouldn't be able. You need good teachers, and good teachers deserve, like.
I hate school. Like, I hate it with the deepest hatred of school. But I feel like the way they're doing it is at least like teaching you stuff. Like, I've seen that video so many times.
Oh, really? I've never seen this before.
I've seen that so many times. Like, it's like
22.8 million people have seen this.
I haven't been able to really concentrate in school.
You find it hard to concentrate?
I've been talking to my friends.
I'm not able to, because I don't like school, but like at least it helps me. Like, my school, I wouldn't be able to write an essay, and the amount of times I'll have to write an essay in the future is insane. Like, I don't like history class because all I learn about is the same thing over and over again. Like, I understand that, but I find like this good teacher, bad teacher, like, I understand that, like, you can't have like a bad teacher, but I think like as long as they teach you.
I think you can have bad teachers.
You can definitely have a bad.
No, yeah. I didn't say that you couldn't.
Oh, okay.
I think that's exactly what you said.
I don't have a bad teacher. I said.
But what did you mean?
I remember I had a.
Wait, hang on, Baz. What did you mean by that?
They're a French teacher. They just made us.
Hey, Wolf Up, hang on 1 second. I just want to clarify something with Baz.
Not even like teach us, and then everybody just wrote the thing and then just played games on the Chromebooks.
Hang on 1 second, Wolf Pup. I want to just clarify something with Baz. What do you mean by you? Because you said that there aren't bad teachers. What were you saying?
I didn't mean like nothing. It's fine.
No. Explain yourself, because I didn't understand.
I know what you mean.
I don't. What does he mean?
As long as they, I don't know.
As long as they teach you.
So as long as they're teaching, they're not bad. They're not bad people.
No, I don't think they could be bad teachers. I think they could be bad people.
Oh, okay.
I think they can be bad people.
Listen,
because I think most of the bad teachers are bad people.
Baz, there are bad.
I guess
there are bad people everywhere in everything,
I mean,
right?
There can be bad
like
teachers.
Your French teacher. You said that like your French teacher was like just telling you to do something without like telling you how to do it.
Like they just gave us. My old French teacher, they just basically gave us the answers and said, write this down. You don't even need to remember it. Just write it down and just go play on the computer after.
And why do you think they did that?
Lazy people.
Oh, you think that's being lazy?
They don't want to work. That's being lazy.
But the thing is, they were under taught. Like the teacher, they were supposed to have like 3.
It's also very hard to get rid of a bad teacher. They have a very, very strong union, and it's very difficult to have a teacher who isn't doing their job like booted, right? And there's a seniority thing, so the older you get, unfortunately, which often means you get more and more out of date of this stuff, the older you get, the more work you have access to because you've been in the union for so long. So not that I'm against the union thing, but just in this situation, I think it's restricted what people can do about getting rid of bad teachers. Should we watch the rest of this thing?
Yeah.
I'm curious to see. This is fascinating. Thank you, Wolf Pup. Okay. See, teachers are heroes that often get blamed, but they're not the problem. They work in a system with, God, what a cable in the way. I can't see what's going on. Without many options on the rights.
The options or rights. Curriculums are created by policymakers, most of which have never taught a day in their life. Just obsessed with standardized tests. They think bubbling in a multiple choice question will determine success. That's outlandish. In fact, these tests are too crude to be used and should be abandoned. But don't take my word for it. Take Frederick J. Kelly, the man who invented standardized testing, who said, and I quote, "These tests are too crude to be used and should be abandoned." Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, if we continue down this road, the results will be lethal. I don't have much faith in school, but I do have faith in people. And if we can customize healthcare, cars, and Facebook pages, then it is our duty to do the same for education, to upgrade and change and do away with school spirit, because that's useless unless we're working to bring the spirit out of each and every student. That should be our task. No more Common Core. Instead, let's reach the core of every heart in every class. Sure, math is important, but no more than art or dance. Let's give every gift an equal chance. I know this sounds like a dream, but countries like Finland are doing impressive things. They have shorter school days. Teachers make a decent wage. Homework is non-existent, and they focus on collaboration instead of competition. But here's the kicker, boys and girls. Their educational system outperforms every other country in the world. Other places like Singapore are succeeding rapidly. Schools like Montessori, programs like Khan Academy, there is no single solution. But let's get moving, because while students may be 20% of our population, they are 100% of our future. So let's attend to their dreams, and there's no telling what we can achieve. This is a world in which I believe, a world where fish are no longer forced to climb trees.
What?
I rest my case.
Is it I rest my case? Wow. That is some stirring stuff.
See it like a school.
Sorry, has the school shown you this?
No. The school has never shown me this. I just mean, like, there's such a thing that, like thousands of students have just been like, oh, look at this guy. He's like the one.
I agree, though.
I just find it very cliche that we're talking about this.
The fact that we are sitting in classrooms
showed me about
the way we did 150 years ago is insane.
Prince EA is against that.
Sorry, Prince EA is against...
He's against, like, what he said, like, cookie cutters, like...
Yeah, it's like, you think about that.
Everyone's like rant about school.
Everyone's different, no one's the same, but yet everyone's
taught
like,
the same.
We are not sitting in classrooms the way we were 150 years ago. No, Lilyfin, we're not, but we're still sitting in classrooms. In many cases. In fact, during the pandemic, we're back to sitting far away from each other in little rows and things. Education has changed so much in that time. I agree, but I'm not sure that it's changed enough, would you say? I feel like so many times the educational system is sort of ignoring even the internet to some extent. The whole argument is based on ridiculous assumptions about what the educational system is about.
It's not ridiculous because most kids can agree, in my opinion.
I agree.
Well, agree because they, like...
I agree with the
differentiation is required for all teachers in classrooms right now. Differentiate. What does that mean, Lilyfin? What does that mean?
I'm pretty sure. Maybe I'm wrong. They mean like you have to like teach things differently for different kids.
For us,
it may be required, but is it able to be done?
But who says? But just because that's required, and just because
Lilyfin, that may be required, but I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it being done in many cases.
Also, standardized tests or EQAO, what's the aim, like, is to, like, get your class to have a high percentage?
literally, like last year, because of the teachers.
E2AOs are made. They're not. They're made so that the teachers know if they've taught the person well enough. They're for the teachers, not the students.
Are you asking the kids' teachers how they are differentiating? Look, I mean, I think in some cases, some teachers have done that. With Baz, we have moved him around because he wasn't. There was the complete unawareness of where he was in the sort of the learning curve to some extent. There's literally like
right.
Yeah.
That's because of. Oh yeah. Okay.
There was specifically a few teachers or a couple of teachers that were an issue.
Wasn't there like one teacher that you got twice and you didn't want to do that again, so you moved?
Well, there were a few things, but I think Lilith, I understand your frustration because I think if it's working for you,
yeah. Well, I know they aren't. Nice person, just not the best teacher.
Lilith, where are you based? Out of curiosity. Where are you? Where's your educational experience based? I don't know your school system works, but in Germany there is almost no preparation for life after school. You are simply thrown into the open knife. SAT. USA, China, Vietnam, and Canada. And your experience in every single one of these countries was that the education was differentiated for each student. That's amazing because I mean I'm not seeing that, and I certainly didn't see that in most of my school years. Again, this is a long time ago, but my differentiation was because of a couple of teachers who were obviously realized that I was headed the wrong direction and needed to have something to focus on, like acting. Yes, they had to differentiate, but more in Canada and the USA.
Well, like,
really?
The thing with that, I'm going to be honest, some teachers, some teachers will just go, okay, well, I explained this in a different way. Check, right? It's they just check boxes. That's another thing about curriculum. I know not curriculum, but I mean, like, with grades and stuff. It's like, well, if you want to get to this school, you got to do this, and this. And it's like, why do you want? But like you go. The thing is, why? One of my biggest irks is why should someone get like better? Not better, but like, better education because they got more A's or they went to a private school or like private schools don't work for everyone, but I'm just saying just because someone like paid money, that means
so you're saying that if someone does really well in school, if someone tries very, very hard and someone doesn't try at all, they should both be allowed to go to a good school.
No.
Well, but wait a second.
But then that completes the evaluate. What do you mean? Then
I mean,
I'm honestly confused. I'm not trying to be.
I mean, no. I understand what you're saying. I mean, what I mean is just like if they don't try at all, that's one thing. That's one completely different thing. Okay. But for someone that really tries but doesn't get the best grades and then can't get into that school, I just feel like that's stupid, right? Because they should be able to get into the school regardless of if their grades.
So if someone tries but they just don't understand it,
they should be able to get because if they just don't understand it, they should be able to have the opportunity to make it explained instead of just falling behind because they didn't understand one thing, so then they don't understand the next thing, Okay. Yeah.
So it's an interesting look. It's you are struggling with a problem that I think we've been struggling with for a very, very long time. I was going to say I do find it a little alarming that the educational system seems so behind on a lot of things. We're in we're in a good neighborhood where apparently we have good schools, but they are...
Our schools are, like, pretty...
They're supposed to be great, but great is relative to what's, what the standard is, right? But I found
old school wasn't bad. It was just we had one teacher that just didn't know how to teach.
That's
no, but
true.
you also had computers that were so out of date that you couldn't even use them.
Our computers were fine.
Yeah, that's true.
No, I refuse that.
The library computers were fine.
Those are garbage. But we had our own
Chromebooks. The Chromebooks.
Oh, okay. So you got Chromebooks. That's right. Okay.
We had Chromebooks. So those are like the newest things ever. Those are great.
Right.
And listen, they had.
And those came out near the end, didn't they?
No, you were only allowed to have them from grade 4 up.
Which makes sense.
Why?
That makes.
Going back to how I have bad hand motor, I have to have a Chromebook because I can't write good. But the bad thing is, I can't remember the teachers trying to teach me how to write.
I was about to say, you can't write good, but so you have to use a Chromebook. That means
I have to say, write well.
Yeah. Oh yeah, write well. Fair enough. But I mean,
I'm sorry, I'm too much of a grown-up. I had to correct it.
Don't worry. I know what you mean. It's fine. But I mean, it's just like or another thing, if kids don't try, why aren't they trying?
Right.
You need to figure that out. So they should.
And I just want to, in another one of Prince Ia's video, he says, with the right education system, one of the person who thinks they're the coolest, they can become into a nerd. Because what I see, the people who are, I'm doing air quotes, cool, it's basically just them not wanting to do the school and acting just like a jerk.
I'm a nerd and I don't want to do the school. I only like math right now.
But you like aspects of school. I know you'd rather not like it, but
math.
But
Literally the only subject that I enjoy. Maybe art.
Yeah, you like art. You like that book. You like that Hate You Give book.
Oh, the Hate You Give.
I liked the book.
Oh,
yeah. I hated having to read it. I hated having to write about it.
That book's incredible. I just want to say, I really recommend it. It's very good.
It's great. Yeah. I mean, I haven't actually read it, but I read bits of it because of Baz. I should read it. Baz, should I read it?
I don't know. Do you want to read it?
Kind of. The little bits that I read with you, I thought were amazing.
Oh no, it's a great book. Yeah, no doubt about that.
That's another thing. Forcing kids to do stuff doesn't make them want to do it. Have you ever
that's why I don't like doing homework.
Alright,
yeah.
This is me. Do you ever have those moments where I want to do the dishwasher?
Oh yeah.
And then your parents come up and they go.
Video.
And it's no, now I no longer want to do the dishwasher because
you told me.
I wanted to do it because I was nice, but now I'm gonna be mean. It's because now I'm no longer gonna be able to be nice. I don't want to do it anymore.
So interesting. So you don't get anything out of it unless you are the one who suggested it.
No, not. It just.
But doesn't it just help your parents to do that stuff?
No. Okay. Just the thing is, sometimes yes, of course you have to do chores. I'll admit that. Fine.
It's the sad truth.
I mean, just have you ever wanted to do? Have you ever been I'm gonna do this, but then someone forces you to do it?
Right.
Does that make sense?
Look. There's a, what is it called? It's called something about authority. There's I can't remember what it's called. It's kind of a problem with authority. Which I have the same thing. If someone tells me to do something, my first instinct is how do I not do this? Or how do I do this differently?
How do I do this easiest possible way? It's my thought.
The thing is, it's
Lilifan says it's called oppositional defiant disorder. Is that what it is? That's a great term.
Disorder.
ODD.
Odd.
Anti-establishment. That's good.
Sorry.
Anti.
Oh yeah, go ahead, Wolf. Up, sorry.
Google tries to hire lazy workers because then they would try to finish the job as fast as they can. Because I'm like, I don't want to do this. Just finish it. Just get it done and over with. And if it works, fix it. Because, like, if I am doing the dishwasher and I break a plate, I'm going to be like, well, now I need to slow down because, like, I messed something up.
So it's interesting because a lot of programmers will say they're lazy because they're trying to get the computer to do things for them, right? Which I thought was interesting, but they're willing to do the programming to make that automation possible, right?
Also, like,
work to not work. It's like, this isn't really it, but you work to not work because you would want to
Go to
retire.
school to stop doing school.
You want to, mainly what I see people want when they work, you want to retire. Like, if you retire, then boom, you retired. You did the job you like or may not have liked for the whole time. Now you don't need to do it anymore. You're done. You beat it.
By programming.
You beat what?
Yeah, because by you programming and
life
code, boom, you're done.
Right. So
you have less work.
Right.
The computer makes it for you. You only need to fix the computer if it does something wrong.
Right. And this you can get some great jobs doing that. I had a job doing that for a while where I would automate things in an office because people were printing things out and then retyping them and then typing them into some other program. And so they were basically going from one computer to another, but they were doing it with paper, basically. And so the process was how to pull the data out of one computer and format it in a way that another computer could use it, and then format it again so that it could be put into another computer and used to create, actually in my case, mailboxes, like virtual mailboxes. So,
but like, the other thing is, like, whenever you're forced, just the thing about being forced to do something is it just, for some reason, it's like people end up like hating reading because
I just hate reading.
Forces them to do it. I'm saying like, yeah, but like some people will like reading but not like it anymore because you have to do essays. Personally, I love reading, but one of the things I don't like at all is writing like being like just rewriting what the story was about, like summarizing it.
Like summarizing the story.
And it's
like reading the book is fine, but like.
But I mean, if you can speak now, you could just speak into the computer and Google will translate into text for you, right? True. So if I say explain the book to someone, you can explain it, and then the computer picks up a microphone and it puts it in, and then you just go through and edit out the things where, you swore or someone walked in the room and said something, that kind of stuff.
But the thing about summaries is you have to do it very in-depth. Like, I can't just be, I bought this. It was cool. Done. Like, this person, he bought a toy. He played with it. The end.
Right.
Like, that's how I would tell someone if I was
writing
someone in real life. I wouldn't be like, he bought a toy dinosaur and he played with it and it roared. It was amazing.
It was really cool.
And then it died.
I think it's just learning how to express yourself, though, right? Isn't that the whole point? Like, you want to be able to write things down. Well, okay, let me throw this at you. Crazy little side thing here. Let's say that when we were, cave people running around and grunting at each other and stuff, that someone had invented a video camera. Okay? Let's say, an alien dropped a video camera off on Earth, and then we all had access to a video camera. Do you think we'd ever learn to write and read?
Yes.
You think so?
Wait, what?
Do you think we would we need to write or read if from the beginning of our civilization we'd have video?
If we had everything we had now, we wouldn't need to
No,
learn.
we wouldn't. Because you wouldn't need to read if the story's already all there.
So in other words, you could tell a story and you'd have a video of it, and then you could just exchange that. You could just send that video. Okay, so I guess I'm saying, let's say you had video and the internet. But the idea, I guess what I'm saying is, we invented writing to be able to communicate beyond one-to-one, speaking to people one-to-one, right?
I guess.
So is writing an obsolete technology? I mean, it's not right now, because we still have to be able to write and read in this society. But eventually, do you think we won't?
No.
You think we're always going to read and write?
Well,
Hope so.
I mean, like,
Hopefully honest.
listening to an audiobook, I rather read the book than listen to it unless I'm doing something else.
Really?
Yep.
Really?
It depends for me.
weird.
I like reading fiction, and I love listening to nonfiction.
Here's the thing, though. I mean, I want to do something with my time. I like reading. I'm gonna read. But if I don't want to just, like, I know audiobooks are for it. Like, I listen to an audiobook while doing something, maybe, but I'd also listen to music, you know?
Ruby K is saying that they can read faster than they can listen to an audiobook.
Oh, that's
so yeah, there may be a speed factor. That's possible. I'm with James there. Sometimes I just want a list. I just want to be able to see a list of stuff that I can go through, as opposed to having to listen to a freaking entire video that may be good or bad to get to the problem. But excuse me, I was thinking more about the story aspect and the writing about stories. If stories were all told on video, you could then, your essay would be a video response. You know what I mean?
I mean, I guess, but who wants to just... But you still have to write out that essay.
Well, I guess I'm saying that writing is a technology that we've come up with. It's a way of taking our thoughts out of our head or out of our mouth and putting them into a form that can be shared,
So
even when we're not there.
Why do you have to write the essay? Because are you just gonna keep... Like, because so you can actually see it down on paper, so you can look at it, so you can
Why
revise
didn't you
it.
see it down on paper?
That's interesting. There's definitely, the revision thing is an interesting one. The idea that by having it on paper, you have like a skeleton,
Because otherwise, you have to watch one video of you just saying it over and over and over again, and just making a new video, making another video, making another video. Whereas with, like on a computer or something, you can just delete, or even on paper, you can erase.
Well, let me ask you this. Is writing ableist?
Yes.
So the fact that there are some people who are unable to write, the fact that they're supposed to write, or they're supposed to be able to type, or they're supposed to be able to have things happen in a text format, is that you know, people who can't move can't write in many cases, until this new technology that's now available that allows them to speak and have it turn into text that way.
Well, yeah, they can use that, right?
Or what about people like Wolfpup's talking about having problems with fine motor skills that allow them to write? That makes it more difficult for them.
That's also maybe because, well, Wolfpup, you said you have to use a Chromebook, right?
Yeah, I have to use a Chromebook to write because...
That seems sort of funny considering the fact it's like, you can't good motor skill, use this computer so we can see what you're writing, but you're still not good at motor skill.
And did you know, I don't know if you know this or not, but you know, like keyboards. So keyboards, why is it designed the way it is? It's upside down, but why is it designed that way?
I actually know that one.
What do you got, Noodles?
Because with
Typewriters? Yeah.
If you type too fast, then it would get all jammed up. So
Right.
basically, the keyboards were designed like that, so to make it so you could type slightly slower. So that's why that's why some keys are like harder to reach and stuff, because that's why. And since people got used to learning to type like that, it's just been kept. There are other types of keyboards besides
There are,
keyboards.
but they're not, for some reason they haven't taken off. It's interesting. Yeah. So basically a keyboard is designed to make it more difficult to write with.
Yeah.
Because we were having to slow down to keep up with the technology at the time.
Mm-hmm.
I would say we're very, very close to the point where it's going to be much faster to speak than it is to type. And then I think it will go away.
Wait, so I can just be like...
Do you think typing will go away?
I think once computers are fast enough and accurate enough in doing speech to text, I don't know why we would type anything anymore.
What about video games?
Good point. But you don't have to type in video games.
Chat.
Buttons, just buttons, controllers. Controllers, maybe.
Click.
I don't know.
You know, how do you program without a keyboard? I would say you would do that with drag and drop programming. I think there's going to be a lot of visual based programming going on. And I think, again, once the computers get smart enough, you can be saying to the computer or to your programming interface, I want this, that, do this, and then go over here. You know, I think we're just used to thinking about things the way they've always been. And I think that technology is getting so far ahead of this stuff. And then it'll be, you think it, and it happens. That would be mine.
That's awful. I don't want that. That's a level of... Okay, it's one thing. If people can hear my conversations, you know what, at some point, okay, fine. But you know what? If people can see my thoughts, that's the line I'm never crossing. Nope. I want my own thoughts, because just imagine you're thinking and it's like someone can easily hack into your brain and post all your thoughts on social media. That's not something I want.
Right, you don't want to get your neural interface hacked.
No.
What are you thinking, that you don't want your head
No, not
oh my
that.
God. That is horrible.
Snow Crash. No. Yeah, Lilithfin. That was a good one. I would go further back though and say, forget Snow Crash. Go to Neuromancer. I thought Neuromancer was a much better take on that. And yes, resistance is futile. Just look, this is interesting things to think about. I just think that there is.
It's not like I have bad thoughts. It's just that when you think about it, like, anyone can hear you talking. I just want at least that much ability to just not have my thoughts being read, just so, like, I don't know, like,
No, I agree.
You just think I commit war crimes in several different countries.
Or, like, yeah, even stuff like that. And it's just, like, or, like, I don't know, it's just, or,
but
like, you're pondering, like, stuff, like, maybe your identity, or who you are, what do you want to be, and stuff like that. That's, like, maybe you want to talk about that, but if you're not talking about that stuff, then it's personal. Like, why would I want to share, like the same reason some people don't share their face on the internet. Like, they don't, like, imagine that, except people can read your thoughts. That's just something that, I mean, brain, like, that's something that can be useful, but I mean, I just don't want to be hacked into my brain.
This chat is reminding me, it's kind of not, well, no, it's on topic, but it's not about brains.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's about hacking. People have figured out, do you know how cars now have the things where, like, you don't need
You're saying that people know how to hack cars. They've known that for quite a while.
I mean,
Thank you, Voice of Doom.
There has been, according to my parents, there has been 3 cars stolen using the no key thing. Like, they find the signal.
Oh, the keyless entry. Yeah.
They find the signal and then like,
boost it.
The signal into the thing.
A good thing, I think.
Yeah, that's fast. That's very, very smart, I gotta say. I mean, being used for evil, admittedly, but really cool. They're basically picking up the signal coming from those keys and then boosting it to their own equipment so that it thinks that you're holding the key when really all you're doing is relaying the message from the key to the thief's device. And then the car goes, "Oh, hey, Fred," it opens up and you hop in and you drive off.
Don't you like just like when stuff that's terrible, but it's so thought through that's like scary, right? You know?
Well, I think people are always going to try to game the system in some way, shape, or form, right? And
It's always
I
just
think
about beating the system.
it's always about beating the system, or in a way, it's about finding inefficiencies in the system, or finding ways of I guess profiting from inefficiencies in the system, right? In some cases, I mean, like stealing cars, I'd have to say it's pretty clear to me that, you know, we probably shouldn't be stealing cars. But at the same time, you know, I think this is why I love the whole white hat hacker thing.
Don't promote your car stealing.
That's right. What did you do in TechBandits today? Oh, we learned how to steal cars.
We learned to steal cars.
Wait.
But I think you should know that. I think if you want to learn how to steal a car, you should learn how to steal a car. I don't think you should steal it, but I think you should have access to that information, you know? Because think about all the cool stuff you'd learn about.
What if someone steals your car and then you find your car and then you be like, "I'm taking this back"?
Right.
I saw this funny thing that was like this woman, she like her like bike got stolen.
Mm-hmm.
And then she like found it on eBay, right? And then basically was like, "Hey, can I take this for like a test drive or whatever?" And
then just left.
And she just left, and she took the bike back.
Ha.
So I thought that was pretty funny.
There was a guy who tracked his iPad. So his iPad was stolen. This was years ago. His iPad was stolen, but he had that tracking app on it. Or maybe it was maybe he had some kind of thing. I can't remember if he had something embedded in it or whether it was actually the system itself. And then someone went to sell it, and he went to pick it up and said, "This is my iPad." And they were like, "No, this is my iPad." And so he did something to show that it was in fact his iPad.
Well, of course they would say, "This is my iPad,"
right.
And they'd say, "No, it's my iPad." I mean, that's
right. And eventually they sort of went like, "Oh, well, sorry, here, take it." You know.
I would say you took my iPad and you
must pay, and then turn into like my fire demon form, you know, and smite them. I mean, what?
Man-made saying that, you know, the black hat hackers are hacking for profit, right? You know?
Yeah, that's...
I think you could probably make more money hacking for good, because you could get really well-paid jobs doing that.
See, you're doing it now.
Yeah, I'd be doing it gooder. I'd be doing it gooder than you are. All right, I'm getting tired. I'm going to bail. This has been fascinating, I've got to say. I don't want to beat up on school because I think it's sort of a necessary evil right now. But I do think that it's worth reevaluating how we are educated, if that makes sense. And I think it's important for you and all of us to question this stuff all the time, right?
Right.
And also, I think I really liked your idea about we're supposed to be pursuing our dreams, right?
I want to point out one thing is, though, that, like, you don't always know what you want to do, so...
Well, there's that. That is interesting.
That's one of the reasons I've been like, yeah, but also that because I don't know what I really want to do, so... Right.
Well, that's something, that's a huge advantage to education as well, is that you can, oh, thank you, Tweety Row, is that you can learn about other jobs by continuing an education, right? The more you get educated, the more you find there are things that you don't know that you're going to like something until you discover it, right? So the whole point of education is that you could find something that you love. Baz would never know that he loved math if we hadn't made him do math, right?
Oh yeah, totally.
You know, I would never have known I liked acting unless I was forced to do a play. I mean, I wasn't I was kind of forced. You know,
I wasn't forced. No, I was definitely forced.
Well, in high school, I had to dress up as a girl and be the girl in the high school play because it was an all boys school, right? And at the time, that was horrific for
amazing.
A kid. Back in those days, it was
I would be totally cool with that. If I got to wear a mustache, that would be like the best thing ever.
I think this.
Fun voice.
Oh my God! It was it was so much fun. I got to wear my mom's high heel boots and I fell down the stairs. But it was I was playing a prostitute in the Wild and Woolly West or something. Yeah. The person making a life-size Atlantis is streaming right now. They would get a huge kick out of you stopping by. All right, I'll stop by.
What grade were you in?
This would have been grade.
What grade were you in?
6, 7.
6?
Oh.
That's awesome, Dad.
I think it was that 6 or 7? Yeah, it would have been 6, probably grade 6.
They
or
still
7.
like my parents had to teach me how babies were made.
What was that?
My parents had to teach me how babies are made because the school.
Oh, the school didn't teach you.
The school just.
And that's a tough one to look up online too, isn't it? You get a lot of conflicting.
Yeah. No, that's a bad thing.
You don't want to Google that. Yeah.
Don't search that up.
Generally a bad idea. All right, I think we'll leave it on that, shall we?
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Thank you very much. Lilifan, thank you very much.
This was an amazing chat, I gotta say.
It's an amazing chat, and I also think it's important to disagree. But to disagree in a respectful way, which is what Lilifan's done, and what I hope we've done back with Lilifan.
I also need to ask.
Yes.
Are we still doing, what's it called?
D&D?
D&D on Sunday?
James, we're talking about D&D on Sunday. What's a good time for you, James?
Oh, when we're talking about, okay. Yeah, I gotta quickly, I gotta do a brainstorm for my character.
Do it tomorrow.
Do it tomorrow, yeah.
What do we think, Sunday? What's a good time on Sunday? It can't be too late, because I gotta work on Monday.
I gotta go. Sorry.
All right, you get out of here. Thanks, Noodles.
It was so much fun, honestly.
I believe you.
Bye.
Have fun.
Thank you.
Cheers. All right, so we're gonna raid. We're gonna raid this.
Commander Coop.
An Atlantis. Is Commander Coop playing again?
Yeah.
No, you know what? I promised James Gurney I would help out this Atlantis person. So next time we'll get Coop. But Commander Coop is great. Throw a link in there for Commander Coop so everyone knows.
If anybody wants to see Lay Amazing.
Oh, Lexi K, thank you. Thank you, Lilifan. Probably do from
we
one.
We have 2 separate raids. We have one going to Commander Coop and one.
Well, whatever you want, James. If 1 o'clock works for you, that's great. If 3 o'clock works better, 3's fine. Either, whatever you think. Maybe just like email and let me know whatever's best for you, and we can go that way. I'm now losing the will to live. I think I've got to go make some dinner. All right. Let me figure out can I raid from this? Baz, can I raid from the stream manager in well, that is the stream manager. Okay, what's this? Just try this. I'm gonna raid. Yeah, I can. Look at that. Raid. And I'm gonna raid. Who am I raiding? Amelia of the Sea. There you go. Should we do that? All right, everybody. I will say be safe, be kind, be brilliant. Thank you very much. Go check out thetechbandits.com. Oh! Sign up for the new mailing list. I'm starting to send out, like, more mailings, and I want people on the mailing list, so please do that. And so till we geek again, I will say cheerio and huzzah! All right, here we go. We're going to raid. We are raiding. Did it work? It was an invalid username. Oh. Well, that was wrong. Uh-oh. We got the wrong username for Amelia. Is that possible? Copy link address. Let me just go and look, see what I've got. James, what have you done? What have you done, James? You've misled us.
Now you have to do Commander Coop.
No, that's working, so what the hell? Let me just, I'm going to cut and paste directly from her thing here. All right, there we go. I'm going to go to here. I'm going to try that again. Raid. And then the channel, right? What else is there? How's that? Ah, there we go.
There.
Here we go. There's a few viewers. Ready? 48, 49, 50, and we are rating. Goodbye, everybody. Have
Just
fun.
so you know, I'm going to next time I get up to 200k viewer points. I am.
You gonna make him sing?
What?
You gonna make him sing? And Captain Coop?
No.
Are you talking about getting Captain Coop to do it?
No, I'm saying when I get 20k here.
Oh, sorry. Hang on. Let me just stop the stream. Wait a second. It hasn't bounced over. Why hasn't it bounced over?
Yeah, it has.
Oh, did it? Aha!
Yeah, people can't watch you after you raid. I think.
Nah, but they can hear.